Morning. Well, it's probably pretty close to afternoon now, but down here at the shop, we're gonna do the airbag on the truck. I went and grabbed the airbag, took care of the fuel cap. You can see, body's in there. I gotta put some blocks of wood underneath there. And we're gonna replace this airbag right here. Same thing on the same setup on that side. Two small bolts, air line, and there's a bolt on the very bottom, or a nut right there. Gonna take that off. We'll put a couple blocks under here to keep the body, keep this from settling down too much. If that side settles, I don't care on that side. Truck's leaning this way anyway, so if it leans that way, it's better. But I want to get blocks under here, so if anything happens, I'm not unalive. I got a major air leak. I'm just called and got a part ordered. It's the fan solenoid for the engine fan. Remember back when on the video I said I'm coming back with, when I bought the truck, I was coming back with it, said the engine fan wasn't working. If you listen, right here, that air leak is the fan solenoid. It's not holding pressure, so I gotta get that changed. That is basically a failure for inspection. But I'm gonna start, actually I'm gonna get blocks underneath there, then I'm gonna start tearing it apart. So let me get the blocks underneath this first. It's not much, but it's something. I got wood right here, so in case the body drops down, at least I start crunching and give me a heads up to get the hell out of my head out of the way. I got steel under here between the frame rail and suspension, so when I pull, I'm safe now. When I pull this air line, it's going to dump the suspension out of that, at least out of this bag, if not the whole suspension, or out of the entire system. I just gotta undo. What in the world is that? That's not right. As I said, I'm not too impressed. But take that one out, take this air line off. That fitting is going to come out, go in the bag. And again, as I said, there's a nut on the bottom I got to take off. Man, I gotta say one thing about this. When I'm done with it, it's gonna be done the correct way. So, and you can see there's the grease that's coming out from me greasing the truck. But okay, I'm gonna have to get a new bolt for that one. When I pull this factory one out, I'll get the correct bolt in there. Make sure that, speaking of correct bolt, I gotta put one in there. So yeah, it's just little things here and there I'm fixing. We get done, we're gonna do the tarp for this body. We're gonna put the new asphalt tarp on it too. All right, let me get the tools. We're gonna get this thing, get going on this. Hoping this little 3/8 Milwaukee's got enough grunt to take that, well, I got it secured in there. I'm gonna undo that bottom bolt, 3/4 inch. Oh, we'll see. I'm gonna try to give you as much view as possible, but I also need to be able to see myself. Sweet, it took it off. Now, as I said, at this, I gotta grab a wrench, pull that line off. I forgot to grab the wrench. Instead of running back and forth, just grab the whole wrench set. Now, there will be air gonna come out of this, that's for sure, because this is under pressure. I don't want this smacking me in the face either. Sometimes these give a big struggle. Sometimes they don't. This one is going to struggle. How about this one here? Why'd I grab a deep socket instead of a shallow? Everything's a hammer. Wow. That is not what I wanted to happen. Really? Are you kidding me? That wasn't even threaded in. You gotta be kidding me. Come on, these things usually pop out pretty easy. That's not the root jack that works. This is the busted jack. Okay, I just want to grab the other one. I stopped recording because trying to save the batteries. When I get this, it shouldn't take long to do this. I still gotta do the tarp too. Yeah. Spin this out. This one should be a good one. Yep, it is. I just need just enough room to get this thing up and out. Makes me a little uneasy reaching over here. Should be fine, but makes me uneasy. New bolts, washer, lock washer. Okay, this has got to go. Well, make sure this is the right size nut for this, because they could have put the wrong size on there. Which I think they did. Yeah. This is a fine thread. This is a coarse thread. Make sure this is the right fitting on for it as well. Because if not, I'm going to be completely screwed because I have no vehicle down here. Is this the right one? Better be. Yep, that's the right one. So I've put some thread dope on that. Now I gotta find a nut for that. While I wait for the wife and son to come down, wife or son to come down to grab me, give me a ride up to the hardware store. I figured I'd show you what I was talking about. You've seen it in the videos. That is supposed to be, work with me, flat all the way across, not up. Second issue, okay, yeah, you saw that first bolt break. This one was broke. All I did was set that one in there to make it look like it was in. Now I gotta go get another nut for the new airbag, because as you heard me say, this one's coarse thread, and this one over here is fine thread. So I've got to bring this with me to the hardware store and get a new nut, and I'm gonna get a new washer to go with it. New nut, new washer, lock washer. As I said, these things are not cheap and easy to work on. And hopefully I'm showing this is a struggle, and this body is slowly bleeding down. So it's a good thing I got blocks under here, because it was up. You could see all the stages on the Ram right there, but they're not now. And I can tell, but just by the angle of the body, it is slowly starting to come down. But I gotta get Wait for the wife or son to come down, grab me. Oh, just got back from the store. I got washer, lock washer, and the correct nut for this. So, time to go back together. I'm gonna put that on. Get the airbag in. And then fire it up. Get the air suspension built up so it will allow me to do what I need to do. Okay, so it's gotta go in that way. So I'll move you down here on the frame where I had you before, and then we're gonna try to get this thing back together. And I said, thank you, buddy, for coming get me.
Yeah, no problem. Bolt the tires too. The only way you're going to be able to do that is you remove both tires.
No, that ain't happening. Now I gotta. Just like that. Now let's slowly lower this down. There's that. Now I got a 1/2 inch wrench on this. I'm not gonna crank on it because I will pull it up. I will bust those bolts. I don't want that. You want stuff snug, but you don't want to over tighten it either. So if you over tighten it, you create problems for yourself. Oh, I got it.
Maybe when.
Okay, I think. Yeah. Actually, no, I gotta drop it down and I gotta tighten up the one on the very bottom. Yeah, I gotta lift the suspension because now it's setting on the jack. I'm going to just double check this because there is weight kind of setting on this. That's good and still tight. Well, the airbag's fixed. One down. Now maybe the tarp. Get the body down, unwind the tarp, and do that. We'll see. I gotta make a phone call though. I gotta see if I can't find a solenoid for that engine fan so it stops hissing at me. See, that's why I gotta change it out. That's a gravel tarp. You can see through it without a problem. I'm gonna get it down, then I'm going to change it out. That looks so much better. It's nice and flat. I don't know about the ride, but it's nice and flat. I got to do some more digging. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this tarp today or not because of the head roll, which is up at the front of the body. I got to take a look at this tarp, see if it is the same way. If it is, I'll be all set. Shouldn't take that long. But I gotta start at the head roll and then work my way back. Either way, I gotta make sure it works in the head roll of the tarp. Yeah, I'm gonna back the truck in here now. I had to look at the head roll and then at this tarp. I mean, look how lightweight this tarp is. Pick it up with one hand. I think it might weigh maybe 15 pounds. But I had to look at it up on the headboard. Yeah, let me try to show you real quick. Right here. See this right here? That's all it's going to hold the tarp on that head roll, aside from it being wound up on itself too. But yeah, I think it's going to work. It's going to take some finagling. But I can do it outside, but just for recording purposes, I think probably better off in here with the lights. So we got that. It's out of the sun. Out in the sun. It's quite warm today. Plus I got forklifts I can maneuver around and help me. I don't want to climb any more than I absolutely have to. So we got the other thing is I don't know how I'm going to do this. If I got to just take the head roll off the motor and slide the old tarp off of it, slide the new tarp on, and then I got this tail end of the tarp. That's gonna be fun. That looks like it's been mangled a few times. And I got thinking about it too. What's your thoughts on this? Now I said I was gonna put lights up on the mirror. They do sell lights. Let's see, like right here on this amber one. They do sell them where I can stick one here, run a wire from this straight back to the back of the body, hook it up to the turn signals, and make this a turn signal, so I don't have to do all that wiring up there. Just one wire all the way back. Let me know what your thoughts are, because I could do a red one, amber one up there, and make this one a red one. We'll see. But anyways, I gotta get going here. I don't even know what time it is. I think it's almost 2. It's after 2, I think. That right there was 2.5 hours. Should have only taken maybe a half an hour at the most, but I had to wait on the boy to come down and get me. Plus, yeah, it's 2:15 right now. Had to wait on the boy to come get me and then take me up to the store, get back here, and then you saw the conversation with us while I was installing the bag. He wanted to hang out with me for a little bit. He's gone to see a buddy of his. But yeah, man. This isn't getting this tarp done. Let's get the tarp done. I backed the truck in just far enough to get the body in so I can use a ladder to climb up. Plus I've got stuff here. I can put 2 right here to stand on, then I could put 1 to step on that. I got pallets back here, so I got plenty of stuff to help me around. But now, as I said, that solenoid on the dash on this firewall up here, you don't hear it no more. It works fine when it wants to. I got a new one coming. Nobody has one in stock right now. It's $200 for that one part. But I'm gonna try to find some new bolts. You see that one right there? That don't look the greatest. And this one over here. Man, look at that. Thing's a mile long and bent over. So I get something to make it a little more, for me, presentable. Okay, I gotta grab the charger for the GoPro batteries, plug it in, because this is the second battery I've gone through already. I've only got 1 left. I need to get these batteries charging. Well, here's what the dilemma I'm looking at. I don't know if I have to take it off of that side and get the roller up high enough to get this. Yeah, this is just slid right into this head roll right here. It's all it holds is these head roll, that tarp in, besides being wound up on the roller. I don't know if I got another one I could use or not. That's not so destroyed, but we'll find out. Got that there. I got 3 bolts here. I could take this motor off, but if I bust one of those, I'm in trouble. At least over there, it's just a pass-through bolt for a bearing that holds the head roll on. Yeah, so we're gonna get this thing right here on. Where'd you go? Yoo-hoo, right here. Put this on. All right, I gotta grab some wrenches, sockets, and it's gonna bite climbing in and out of this body. I might take this machine, throw a piece of plywood on, throw a bunch of tools on it, and just set it up high enough to where I can grab it on the on and off the forklift. Hear that? That's that valve just started leaking and then just decided to quit. So that's why that one's gonna get changed. But this right now would be the last thing, except for that solenoid, fan clutch solenoid on the firewall. This is the last thing that's in my control of getting the truck on the road. The only other two things is tires and the tires, the Jakes. Do I need to have them to get a sticker? No, I don't. But I replaced this fuel cap. Look, it don't move no more. It's nice and so tight. Oh, the other thing I will have to fix. As I said, right around here, right around, couldn't see it when I pointed it out. But this one here, actually, can I show you now? Turn the parking lights on. Just the parking lights. Just the parking lights. Okay, see how this one's working? This one's not. So I have to fix that. That is a requirement for an inspection sticker. But if I turn the parking lights off and only headlights, see how it works now? So I can use that to get a sticker and then fix it. I need a lens for that light up top. But that light works, so it's not going to stop me from getting an inspection sticker. Oh, this will though. Need to get a fire extinguisher for the truck. So yeah, let's get some tools and let's get this done. I am rambling, probably because I'm not looking forward to doing this. This is going to be a pain. I think I got enough tools here, so I'm gonna set you up there. As you see, I got my own little stairs to get up, plus I got a ladder to help me get up there. There is a smaller one, but this whole one will work just fine. I'm gonna put it up here towards the end because that's where I think I'm gonna need the most tools. Never know. Get you up there. I think we'd be better off taking it off at this end here. Maybe. It could be a pain. But I got a bolt here I got to take off. And I got two here. I did bring the bolt kit with me just in case I do bust these ones free, break these ones. So I got something to put back in. So, all right, let's get going here. Trying to get you in there. I gotta take these two out. All this is just like a bushing bearing. Holds this end of the roll on. So, I think if I take this off and undo the head roll right here, pull that piece out, I should be able to slide this tarp off of the head roll and slide the new one on. That bearing isn't even working. Look how rusted that is. That thing sees right up. Not the biggest one, it's not the greatest, but something so I can maybe get a little bite on this. These ain't gonna be worth squat, but it's something. I could try to rotate this, pull it out so I get this head roll out. Up, or I can use it and grab it decent. Oh, nice. It does rotate good. I knew there was an easier way, and there is. I don't know why they didn't do it. But look, instead of fighting to try to get through, I got bolts right here. One there, one there, one there. 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4 eyelets. So much simpler, because I'm not gonna struggle with it. I just gotta find some larger washers that will go over the eyelet, and we'll be done quicker. But what I might do, I'll get the washers. I might just turn around and go back here, get the back of the tarp taken care of, then just bolt up this. That won't take that long. This is the issue back here. I gotta undo this, get at least this one, at least this end of the arm, or that one off. Slide this one off, slide the new one on. All right, I'm gonna take it off of this side. That side right there is just so messed up, I'm not gonna bother. Take these off. I gotta somehow secure this arm back so it doesn't flop on me. I'd rather do this one, because this arm is staying up on its own. As I said, that's all messed up. I can't find a bolt long enough for this right now. Maybe I'll just try it and then at a later date fix this. All right, let's see what I can do here. That's what, probably 9/16. Lied, I found 2. So I'm gonna take this one out. We're gonna put the tarp on, put this new bolt in. That one right there is gonna be a little bit of a difficult one, because the arm is trying to pull the tarp down, the tarp arm's trying to drop below the body, where this one's not. But I got my bolt. So let's get this off and get the new tarp on. Loud noises. Yeah, that's no good. I was wrong. Now this wants to pull down. Let's see if I can't do anything about that with this. No, I can't do nothing that way. I'm just gonna have to take care of it another way. Wire ties right there. Good thing I brought these up. I'll do it just the opposite. Going on is a little more difficult than coming off. A lot of times these bars are right here. You unbolt right here and the arm sets down, you just slide it off, slide it back on. Not around the corner like this one is. This one's being a very big pain. Why is it fetching up in that one spot? Well, my issue is right now is you see this mesh on the inside, this green mesh. That is fetching up on the piece is fetching up on. There's a lot of adult words going on right now. Yep, it's on. I had to fish my arm all the way up, pull the tarp back, fish some more. Finally worked my way through that inner netting there, whatever you want to call it, inner liner. Grab this and then work everything off my arm and down the pipe. I get a chance, I like to just cut it. I could put like an eyelet here and attach the tarp to the eyelet so it holds the tarp straight. And if I ever have a need to, undo the eyelet, pull the arm out, pull the old tarp off, put a new one on. But I'm gonna climb out, go down, get that arm up here so I can connect it all back together. I climbed down, got everything all set up, and I forgot to grab a battery for the GoPro. And I figured out why this one's staying up higher than that one is. This one's bent. That's why. That arm is straight. This one's bent. But if I straighten it out, it'd lay down better. Okay, now I gotta drag that tarp back over so we hook it up to this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this roll together on the side here now. Put it back together that way. Let's get this tarp on. There. No. No. You seen one? I'll just get the rest done here. I'll bring it back afterwards. She's on. I gotta move that forklift. And then I do believe I got enough height in here to roll it up right here in the inside the building. But I gotta move stuff, get stuff all stacked on this. So take care of everything at once. I did put a new bolt. I did manage to get find that new bolt. I put it in there. The other side, I might have to get another arm for this side. Get it. I gotta grab the tools that's up top there, get them on this, get this forklift out of the way, get that one out of the way. Time to put tools away. I do believe that is everything that I can do. Tires. The only other thing I got to do is register the truck for the state of Maine. So that's all I need to do right now. For as far as anything that's under my control for what I can do is register the truck. As far as I know, I've got everything taken care of. And tomorrow, yes, I will be doing deliveries. And Wednesday, new windshields go in this. So I am driving this down to Wyndham to have the new windshields put in. Oh, there is one more thing, but I can do that on Saturday. And that is fix the driver's door window. It's come out of the track that's inside the door. All I can do is just open up the door panel, roll the window all the way down. We do have some adhesive here just for that process. But take this panel off. There's a metal plate right there. You see it right there? Take that off and just get into the channel where the glass sets. Oh, fire extinguisher. I do need to get one of those. But that's the only other thing I could see I need to do. It's been a struggle, that's for sure. So I'm gonna get all these tools put away, ladder taken care of. I got the gravel, my old tarp. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with that. I'd probably sell it. moving so easy. Hold on. Alright, now that I fixed that issue, I don't know what it was. I don't know why. I just move it. As I see it in the camera, I was jumping all over the place. I'm going to head over to Napa. I've got 2 belts for the motor. I got my AC belt and the large serpentine belt for the motor. I replaced both of those. Again, Wednesday is the windshield. Thursday, I'll be back here on Thursday doing deliveries. You know what? My cell phone and my phone and headset's still inside on that forklift I used to move those pallets of NV and NV8. I gotta go get those. But yeah, so I'm gonna go get those belts. So we'll end it here. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Stay safe. I'll see you in the next one.